the one and only Rachel Dietz. And, you know, I remember when she first arrived at the scene, and one of the things that was so impressed about Rachel is she's super duper smart, right? You can see when she has her thinking cap on, and I love the surrounding myself with people that have great ideas. She always has a way of putting things in a system, putting things in order, putting things in structure. She's an amazing field trainer, guys. And look, we've seen her journey from just getting on board to getting licensed, and now she's one of the master field trainers in our organization. And so, you know, to go ahead and go over our next part of how do you get to be a great field trainer by promoting the crusade, we're going to pass it to the one and only Rachel Dietz. Rachel, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. It's nice to be in this call tonight, and thank you for your time, for being available. And so my name is Rachel Dietz. I started my journey in Primerica way in 2011, and I got my securities licenses right after the life license, and also for the general information. This is where I found, or I've met my husband, where, as you know, we have 3 kids now, which I hope will not come and be noisy as I do my presentation. So my presentation is how we recruit and close strong in the field. So this is what Laila asked me to share with you guys. And so let me share my screen. So after, let me see this. So after seeing the crusade and all that, and having it in your heart to help people, and while you help, you will of course make money along the way. Now you need to also be mentally prepared to recruit and to close. And so tonight, this is what I'm gonna try to help you out with. So when Laila sent this to me, I was going back on the first few months of where I was and how I felt like as a new recruit. So this is like a combination of from those time up to this time. So the first thing I believe that we need to really understand is we have to be coachable. At whatever stage you're at right now in your Primerica career, being coachable is something that we should embrace. Okay, it means that you are teachable and you obey first before you complain, and you have to follow the system because it works. So there is no time to reinvent the wheel. There is no time for you to make a new form or whatever. It's there. You just have to maximize the resources that's been around for years, and it works if you will just follow it. So I've categorized my talk between how to be strong in recruiting and in closing. So when you recruit, you need to follow the script. There is no other way to go around it but to follow the script. The script says, I need help. Will you help me out? And in the beginning, it was driving me crazy why I cannot just say what I want to say. So, but it is not about your bonus. It is not about life insurance. It is not about the next all expense paid trip. You talk to your friends or to people that you want to recruit because you need help. So people that has good heart, they love to help. Okay, and in closing, you need to familiarize yourself on how to close the presentation strong by mastering this part. So Mr. and Mrs. Client, there is no guarantee. You must medically qualify, and it requires good faith deposit of 1 month premium. If we are in the mall right now and you see something that you really, really like, and it's worth $80, is that going to be a problem that you will swipe your debit card and there will be a $80 in your bank account? And the client would say, oh, yeah. So tonight, after I presented, you've chosen the program that's $80 a month. Now, today, if we take an application, it requires a good faith deposit to start the process. So then you see the arrow, you follow that, and you say, if we put in the application today, it should take 1 to 3 months to complete underwriting. And while there's an underwriting, point number 4, you say during that time you are conditionally covered. So today is April. So we put in the application April. And if it takes a month or 2, it will be April, May. Point number 5, once you get your policy, which will be in May or either in June, your good faith deposit, you point on number 2, the good faith deposit will cover your first month's premium. So the money that was taken in their account in April will be the money to be used if the policy was issued in May. Because it's so hard for the client to understand that if I start in April, then I will, start paying the next month right away. They're a little scared of that, I think. But if you let them know that if it's not until the policy is in place, which can take a month or 2 or even 3, they feel better. They feel like, okay, let me put this in. So, there's no waste of time. And then number 7, then if it's in place, your first drop won't start until 1 month after your policy is issued. But Mr. and Mrs. Client, unfortunately, if there's any reason that the company finds you that you are not insurable anymore, the policy will not be issued. They will refund your $80. And that's a win-win, right? But unfortunately, you will be on your own when that happens. So why don't we, put the application tonight before I leave this door, so that as soon as I walk out that door, you have a coverage. So that's one thing that I've learned that really, takes away the objection of not applying the life insurance on the same day. So number 2 is we build relationships here. So it's not just that we close life insurance and that's it. We build relationships. Do you talk about yourself a lot when you are with your recruits or your clients? Do you show sincere intent to your, intent to know them in a deeper level? So even if it's not Primerica, you reach out to them. Hey, how are you? Did you get that job that you were, talking about the last time? And do you want us to have coffee? Let's catch up. So how was your, it's not about Primerica, but it is about Primerica, but it is not about Primerica yet. So we have to connect. We have to establish that they could, they could trust you. Okay. And we talk about their family. If they're parents, man, you just have to talk about their kids. And if they're pet lovers, we talk about the pets. And then their recent vacation, just to connect. Find something somewhere, let them talk so you hear them and you know the button to push. So can you make your recruit or your client laugh? If you can do that, you are in a position to close that life up. You are in a position to recruit, okay? So in recruiting, once the person is in, you need to understand some terminologies. It's like the doctors telling you what's wrong with you and they're using this medical terminologies that you cannot even imagine to spell, but all it is just your ingrown is swollen, right? But for a new recruit, 1 by 1 does not make sense. What is 1 by 1? So 1 is a person that you recruit in, and 1 is a bonusable premium. what in the world is bonusable premium? When I was starting, they keep talking about it, and I'm just like, I don't know. You need to tell them that it is the monthly premium that the client will pay times 12 to get the bonusable premium. So they could compute and they could um, go in the competition. If they want to go to the free trips, they know. Okay, and then we need to tell them what base shop is, right? These are little things that when I was starting, I did not know, but to us, Primerica, this is Primerican language. We understood this. What is base shop? This leads me to draw the circle chart. Hey, so Janet, this is JAF, and below it are like 5 RVPs. You will hear the name Brian Vigo, you will hear the name Jocelyn, you will hear Lilia Bantados. That's our RVP. So every time you hear Lilia Bantados, which is Crusaders, we cheer for it. That's our team. And under Lilia is Mary Ann, under Mary Ann is me, and then you are under me. And she feels like connected. She's there, she belongs, she's not lost. So she sees the picture, we go to builder school, and she knows who to clap for. She knows the people standing there, they belong to a different base shop, and she's not gonna clap for them, right? but but it brings them into a feeling of belongingness, and it feels good. Yeah, like little terminologies like KTA. We keep saying KTA. Okay, let's set KTA, KTA, KTA. What is KTA? They do not know that. But right now, maybe we should call it ZTA, like Zoom training appointment. Okay, just to catch up with the with with the changes. And then in closing, to build relationships, you tell clients, let me know if you need my assistance, even if it's not about Primerica. Do you need, a ride? Do you need a rise? And even right now, this is the perfect time to connect to people. And then we talk to the emotions. Like Hector Lamarck says, people decide with emotions, right? Because people don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care, right? So that's number 2. Number 3, attend meetings and trainings. So the most important meeting is the next meeting. That's, boot camps, lunch and learn, product knowledge. This is very, very essential that you understand the product that you're moving. And then, of course, how to handle objections and how to prospect. All that are being, taught, and we train people that are there. So if we're not there, you're not there, you can miss a golden nugget, right? So number 4 is practice. This is what we did. Like, we practice and we practice in front of the mirror. I did this. It sounded stupid, but I was new in America, and I needed to understand how they say things, how it should sound, right? And you can practice in front of a teammate, and right now it's a computer. It could be your Zoom account. Okay, record yourself, listen to yourself. Are you too loud? Are you too confident? Do you sound like you are, you know everything, and the client cannot ask any question anymore? Or do you sound like you know what you're talking about? Okay, you know when to your voice should be mellow, and you know when to stress a point. That's important, right? So that's how you connect to the emotions. And if you listen to yourself, would you be able to recruit yourself? Or would you buy life insurance from yourself? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this person I'm talking to. Then we listen to resource CDs and videos. I've listened to Hector Lamarck so many times while I'm driving, while, any chance that I get. Like, so I don't um, waste the time to drive home, drive to church, or drive to a certain place. We make use of those time. Then we practice, so we develop clarity, right? Because we have to be able to explain the T-square analysis, which once you picked up a policy and then you analyze it, what the client has and what you can do for them, we need to explain that with confidence, right? To be able to close strong. Can you explain the options available for your clients? Like the life coverages and the monthly premium. Are they comfortable hearing what you're saying? And then we practice to master. Lila's always saying, even with your eyes closed, you know how to present. So when they hand you a certain form, for me, if I had, once I see it, once I saw how Lila would talk about it, how it's presented, after that, I can do the same thing. Like if I see a CFG page, I could deliver that. If I see the theory of decreasing responsibility, because you never know when you're in that appointment, what's there going to be their objection, and you will pull out a certain form to um, to be able to help them understand, right? And then the stable table and the rule of 72. Are you able to explain this? And of course, cash value versus term and invested difference theory, which is we are very passionate about. So that's what we do. And lastly, what I really remember doing to learn is I just did it. I do it even when I was scared too, right? I did it when I felt scared because my client might ask a question that I do not know the answer to. I did it with or without my trainer. This set me out for really good. When I went out there by myself, when I was getting off my car and I was like, I'm gonna do this, right? Even if I close or not, I'm gonna conquer this. I did it, or we should do it when our new recruit or our fireball quits on us, right? And then we do it when we get chargebacks. We do it when we are on a lockdown, like right now. And then we do it when you don't feel like doing it, right? Because that's just how we will learn, by just doing things that are not yet easy for us. So that concludes my presentation, Lila, and we need to do it today. So I hope you learned something and can take it away. Thank you.
Awesome job, Rachel Dietz. Man, we were watching this, and that is such a world-class presentation. Man, tonight's just very emotional for me. I don't know what it is, but as Rachel was going through her presentation, she's such an amazing student of the business, and memories start just coming back of when we first met her and she first started driving. I remember her white car and just the journey. And you guys can see her so confident right now, guys, but she was an excellent student of the business. I believe she's just one of the best. The simplicity and the structure and the system at its finest right there. I love that. We got to go on ZTAs. That's amazing. That's revelation. That's worth it tonight, guys. Those of you that are on. I like the fact she says, and I've never heard this, right? Can you make your new recruit laugh, or can you make your client laugh? That is really true. It really is. See, you don't get that from from a book, a podcast, an audio, a video. You get it from the real deal Holyfield doing it so many times. I love the part when she said, make your teammates feel a sense of belonging. And you guys can see the simplicity of it. So true, right? There's Primerica terminology and verbiage that when people come in, they really are lost. And it takes a Rachel Dietz to put that back into our fundamentals of training. So excellent job, Rachel. Super duper proud of you.